I do for the most high. I do for the most high.
Oh,
I
I'm so excited.
do for the most high.
Hey,
Most high.
shout out to Raphael.
Yeah, shout out to Robbie for the music.
We appreciate you. And welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome to our show. Let's talk business.
Let's talk business. We're going to get
We're
all
gonna-
up in your business.
All up in your business. Okay.
In a good way. In a good way.
Welcome.
So,
Noni.
greetings, Ahava.
Oh my goodness, we finally made it.
We made it. Yes.
I can't believe it. It was a long road to get here.
It was. But we are here and we're so grateful. Thank you all for tuning in to our first premiere show on Source Radio Network. We are so excited, you guys. We have such a great lineup for you.
I'm so excited. We have a place for all these small businesses to come to be able to present themselves. You know, all the artists. We have a really good lineup coming.
Yeah, we're going to have some live music. We're going to have some visual artists. We're going to have some entrepreneurs, and it's going to be great.
Oh,
so
excited.
People don't really know who you are, though.
Oh, yes. So I'm Ahava. You know, we have like just the best of both worlds going on over here. We have the financing, we have the marketing, everything that you need for a business to succeed. Like that's us right here. But Ahava Financial Education, I'm a CEO of that. I help everybody with their little financial needs, little and big. You know, if you need business credit, personal loans, we know we have all these little holidays coming. So if you need a personal loan, holler at me. Business loans, you know, you need funding to start a business.
Everybody needs funding.
Everybody needs funding.
Because listen, a lot of people don't look that road first.
They don't. They use their money.
Listen, that was me. Mm-hmm.
Me too, at one point in time. But we have funding, so we can provide that. So it's really cool. And not just financing. We help people with the educational part because that's really big. I'm really big on education. You have to have a different mindset to be an entrepreneur. You can't have that same 9-to-5 mindset, you know, want to own your own business.
I know. It's interesting, though, because most people, they're like, oh, I'm slaving over a 9-to-5 job. I got to clock in. I can't wait to get out of here and have my own business and I could kick it and travel and
not really do nothing.
Be on the beach, right? Just let the money roll on in.
Yeah.
And that's not how it works right away.
No,
it can, but not right away. So. But that's what we're here.
You have to have the mindset and then you have to have passion, which where you come in with the creativity.
That's true.
Yeah, that is true. People know what you do.
Hi, everybody. Greetings. Welcome to Let's Talk Business. My name is Noni, and I am actually the creative mind. I do the marketing and, web design and print design. I'm basically trying to get your concept and your idea into something that's marketable, packageable. But the reality is many people have great ideas, right?
Yeah, they do.
Like, I have 15,000 great ideas, but not every idea.
We went through so many ideas together.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. And not every idea is going to be, the one that wins. Right. And it's because if you're not passionate about what it is that you're doing, then you're bound to fail. I mean, it's actually statistically proven, those who are about what it is, or a product they like to get behind or create themselves. When those times when your business is slow, things are not working out very well, you don't really know what your next step is or how you're going to get that money, right? You have to be able to wake up in the morning and, still want and have the drive to meet the need. And so...
And that's kind of where, and that goes along with having the, right mindset. You have to have passion. You have to have the right mindset. I read something, it was like the other day, some post was saying how adults that don't have children and still broke, they're still struggling. Like, what are you doing all day?
Right.
And I just thought it was so funny. But so many people got so offended from that post.
Wow.
And people were saying, well, I have to take care of all these people, my auntie, my grandma, and I'm struggling. Instead of like knowing that they are grateful to be able to be in a situation and, just be really blessed to be able to do that, and it's a whole mindset change. You have to have the right mindset. You have to be passionate. It goes hand in hand.
Yeah, we don't want to be fighting for the position of who's struggling the most. That's not
Struggle Olympics. Okay,
right.
that's
Struggle
what they have.
Olympics. You don't want to fight for the championship of who's struggling the most. So yeah, you have to
Right.
definitely have the right mindset
Yeah.
to do that. So, but we also know that you are have many. We have some sponsors
Yeah. Sponsors.
that we'd like to show you guys. You are part of Earth Baby, which
Yeah.
is
So let me tell you about Earth Baby.
Yeah.
Earth Baby came around when me and my son, I was like, what can we do together? And I decided to create some laundry soap. And
Right.
it's non-toxic that smells super amazing laundry soap and a lot of other different cleaning things. But it's earthbaby.com, BEYBEE.com.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so Earth Baby, give them a little shout out. And then Ahava Financial Education, of course. Then we have you with all the holistic needs. I mean, you are my go-to for everything.
Well, just before we get it to me, I do have to say, listen, y'all, if you are tired of using all that Tide and those chemical related products that we grew up on, there are alternatives, so
They
please,
are.
you're not going to be smelling all kinds of rancid after using something natural. So go to
Right.
Oath Baby and get your stuff done. And yes, speaking of natural, we like to keep it all the way natural. And my concert and I, 7 years ago, we came together. We had the same concept of using herbs to heal people. And we've been studyholics about it since then. And 13 Crestaline came about.
I love it.
Realigning yourself back to Christ, in the way that is inside out. So when it gets now cleansing your body, how to detox your body, first and foremost with your mindset, and then how you eat, and then we add on the herbs. Go to 13, the number 9, KSAIG, all of our listeners. But yeah, we take care of everybody as naturally as we possibly can. And then once you have a clear body, you have a clear mind, so you can deal with your business properly.
There you go. And that goes with what we're about to bring on to the show is Melly Mel.
Yes, Melly Mel. Listen, a lot of people don't even know who. The fact that we had to make a monthly show.
Yeah.
Mel Albin, once you guys find out who this spectacular person is, he's going to tell you all sorts of snippets about business and how to get it involved. Ahava.
So many things. He's the owner of this radio station that you're listening to right now, Source Radio Network, the CEO. He written PayPal's business plan. Can we talk about that?
Can we talk about that?
Amazing. Yeah, not just PayPal. He wrote a lot of different businesses, small businesses, $1 million businesses, $1 billion businesses. He's just the man. He has so much knowledge about business.
He is the man with the plan. He's a man with a business plan, for sure.
Yes, he is. A man with a business plan. I like that.
Yeah. And we're going to pick his brain today.
We are. Mel, if you can come on to the show.
Oh, the man of the hour.
Mel. Hey, Mel.
Hello, everybody.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. How is everybody?
Excellent. Good. Welcome to our premiere show. Thank you for allowing us to use this wonderful platform to educate people in small businesses.
Yes. Mel, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started in the business world.
I'm so to have both of you doing this because sure. It started for me when I was very young. I was in the military. And when I got out of the military, I was unemployed. And I remember going to see the employment, and they asked me, what skills do you have? And I said, well, I can fire an 8-inch howitzer cannon. And they weren't able to find me any employment. So I decided to go to school and graduate school. So I went to college and to graduate school, and while I was in graduate school, what I wanted to do, and all I could think about was what I didn't want to do. Having coming out of the Army and having been in a war zone, I was trying to decide. I decided I think I'll teach since I don't want to work. So I started teaching, and I got a dual PhD in neuropsychology and U.S. economic and business history, and I started consulting and working in the financial services area. And as I started to consult, I started coming across a lot of small businesses, and I found that while they had a very narrow skill set, if they had a restaurant and they were a great chef, that was terrific, but they had no clue how to price a meal. They didn't know anything about capitalization, reserved capital that you need. And so I started working with small businesses, and I started to realize there's two kinds of small businesses. There's white small businesses and black small businesses, and it's not a level playing field.
Right.
And access to capital and IT and AI was not available to black businesses, was to white businesses. So, that's how I got started in it. And, besides that, I realized something else too. The bigger the company, the more access they had to technology and to investment. So it was socialism for the wealthy, and for everybody else, it was your own.
That's right.
And so, it wasn't a real capitalist enterprise. It wasn't where everybody got to the starting line the same way. Some people hadn't got to the starting line.
You actually went into more detail about what you've coined the term as an invisible economy. And it was, if you haven't seen this or heard about it, guys, I really implore you to do so. You can find it on Source Radio Network. And you talk about, well, first and foremost, what do you think what do you mean by invisible economy, and who's represented in that? And why was it important for you to actually bring that up and speak to it?
Okay, in the 20th century, it was dominated by brick and mortar stores. There was no internet. It was hard to have a home-based business if you couldn't advertise it. So, all advertising was in paper, magazine, and TV and radio. It was all businesses were brick and mortar. In the 21st century, now, most businesses either have an internet component to their sales, or they're strictly an internet business. And municipalities and banks haven't caught up to this yet. They still are lagging and don't realize that there are many micro businesses out there that can become very large employer-based businesses if they had the support of, again, AI and investment capital. So there's a whole invisible economy. 97% of the 2.3 million black businesses are invisible. They don't have a website, and they aren't brick and mortar. And the problem is when they're not seen, they're not heard. And their businesses tend to be under $50,000 in annual sales, but this comprises 97% of all black businesses in the country, and they're invisible. And municipalities don't know what to make of it. So that's the invisible economy. It's in many small businesses. I live in Maryland, and in Prince George's County, I think there are about 5,000 businesses that are part of the invisible economy. And the county executive and the county of Prince George's doesn't even have them and won't invest the capital first. And it's not likely.
I think you're going out just a little bit.
Yeah, there's just a little bit delay.
Okay, I'm sorry. I finished.
No worries.
Oh, no problem. Okay. So if you don't mind, Mel, can you let people know, because some people don't really know the definition of what it really is to be a small business, what is what that even means. but also, I'm part of a really big community. It's very important that just how we exchange just money and just how we just do things in the community is really big, and that we're able to build on that. You created something called Shop Black Enterprise and created you're the co-manager of Shop Black Enterprise, and was able to build this community for that. Can you let people know, like, what is it and how do they join? What's your vision for it? Just let people know a little bit more about it, because I think it's just an amazing thing that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. The owner of Shop Black Enterprise is Kimdra McNeil. Kimdra is a Black woman, and it's a Black-owned company. I'm the managing partner, and Kimdra and I had a vision that we had to find a way to make these small and visible businesses visible. We have to give them a platform, for example, that is cost effective. If they go to Amazon eats their lunch. If they're producing a $2 item and they want to sell it on Amazon, first, they'll never be seen because they'll be gobbled up by the bigger companies. And second of all, the fees are so expensive, they'll be able to make a dime.
Right.
And third of all, if you don't want to pay Amazon a big fee, you have to build your own website. And it's so much, and it's not profitable for a small business. And Shopify is no different, really. If you read their 37-page contract, it's hard to make money on those platforms. Right. So we don't charge a dime from the sale of the merch that are part of our cooperative association. And I want to stress, it's a cooperative association. We charge a membership fee of $9.95 a month, and they get to be on Source Radio Network. We rotate the merchants and give the merchants 10 minutes for free to be on Source Radio to explain about their products and services. We have a website that goes out to millions of people, and we have registered shoppers. We bring shoppers right to the merchants. To become a registered shopper, it's free. You sign up, and we have cryptocurrency, our own, and we have black coins. And the more you shop, the more black coins you accumulate, and it gives you discounts on our merchants. So we don't charge the merchants. We don't take a dime from their sale. They keep 100%. We don't charge them excessive shipping costs. They do all the shipping. I'm sorry?
And how much is it to be a member?
I'm sorry?
How much is it to be a member?
$9.95, $9.95 a month, less than $10 a month.
I hope you guys are paying attention.
And on top of that, we take 15% of the $9.95. We put it into a trust fund. So if the person's been a member, if the merchant's been a member for 1 year, they can apply to a board of merchants for a loan up to $3,000 at zero interest if they run into any unanticipated financial headwinds, or they want to expand their business or partner. The money's in a trust. So they get back 15% of $9.95, technically, if they ever need a zero interest loan. So we provide finance without any credit checks. As long as you're a member of the association in good standing, we'll help you out if you have a problem.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Like that's really the cost of bread and a coffee these days, and is so much. You get so much value out of $10 a month. I mean, as a small business, it's really hard pressed to say no to that. And it's interesting too, because the way the economy has shifted so drastically from 2020 happening, and how many businesses and how many melanated people were just put out of work, and then all of a sudden there was this crazy boom of e-commerce. But and everybody's aware now that it's holiday time, people are about to spend their money, put it back into this crazy system here, and they're not necessarily, they know about one way to shop, which is Black Friday, but there's another way that you are participating with SBE, Shop Black Enterprise, which is Shop Black Saturday. And I'm excited to introduce that to the folks who've never heard of that. It happens Saturday, November 27th, I believe. Do you want to get into what Shop Black Saturday is all about and how it got started?
Yeah, the way it started with American Express back in 2010. After the recession of 2008, so many small businesses closed. And that wasn't good for American Express because merchants did shoppers American Express card because they were going out of business. So American Express really started what they call Shop Small, and it's the first Saturday after Thanksgiving every year. And now it's become a national event where every state is participating in some fashion. The problem is American Express focused it once again on brick and mortar stores because they didn't talk about Black businesses and they didn't talk about the internet at all. So, once again, the bulk of Black businesses were left out of Shop Black, Shop Small on Saturday. So we created Shop Black Saturday so that through Shop Black Enterprise, anyone can come and shop. And there's discounts being given on Shop Black Saturday. And it asks people to recognize the need to support small Black businesses, that are not, they don't have brick and mortar and don't necessarily have, $250,000 in annuals being official, benchmark. If you have 200 sales to listen to you, America, the program for Amazon that they have for Black businesses with J.P. Morgan Chase, the program it says specifically, if you have $250,000, come talk to us. So most of the businesses that are Black don't have that kind of revenue, so they can they can be part of Shop Black Enterprise for $9.95 a month, and we have Shop Black Saturday.
There you go.
I love it. I love it. I'm really super excited that we're able to partner with you. You have over 2,000 different small businesses, for Shop Black Enterprise. And then you brought us along to help with the financing and the market, help build these businesses and help just put the pieces to the puzzle, and help make it a one-stop shop. What are you the most excited about, just about us, coming together and partnering with you?
Look, I'm glad you asked me because, the problem with the small micro businesses, they don't know what they don't know. That's the biggest problem. And, so what I wanted to do was to have a business education program that could introduce them to the concept of you don't know what you know. So you two were perfect because you complement each other. Noni, you do business management, and Ahava, you do financing for small businesses. So between both of you, you had everything that these businesses on Shop Black Enterprise really need. And, so I'm thrilled to have both of you participating in Shop Black Enterprise. This was a missing piece that, we were looking for. And we kept looking till we found you.
Yay.
Or you found us. I don't know which way it happened, but we found each other.
It was mutual nonetheless. We're excited too, for sure.
Well, thank you very much.
Well,
do you have anything else that you want to share before we have to kick you off here?
No, I think I've said it all, except, the only thing I'd like to add is, in underserved communities where so many of these micro Black businesses exist, it's been deep back in the community, so you can't really build a business relationship. The shopping platforms are too expensive and too competitive with larger companies. And it's time that municipalities in particular recognize this is the way you build generational wealth. You work with the small businesses, you build them into employer businesses. Employer businesses hire employees, and it puts less pressure on unemployment, wealth in the community. Everybody benefits nationally.
Exactly. It seems like such an easy concept, but we just
It
have to make
does.
sure that the interests are,
It
in the
is.
right and have the right focus. So it is up to us to make sure that our interests for ourselves are in the interests of ourselves, and
Exactly.
kind of put it in their face until they can't say no to it. And I think that we're coming
Well,
into with that.
Yeah, thank
right.
you, Mel. Thank you.
Yes.
We'll see you
Yes.
next month.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
having me in your
Yes.
first show. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're gonna have you back once
Okay.
a month
Bye.
at
Bye,
Mel's
everybody.
Corner. Yay.
Well, perfect. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it was buffering just a little bit, but I got some real good value information. I'm really excited to have him on every month,
That's
just
right.
be able to pick his brain. Let's talk about how you can reach us and be able to get, if you have any questions for Mel, questions
Mhm.
of how to get on the show,
Yep.
anything.
If
You
you
can go
want to
to
be interviewed,
interviewed. You can go to shopblackenterprise.com, click on radio submissions, click on financial planning, and then you're going to click on radio submissions, and you'll be able to just submit whatever you want to submit.
yeah. Give us your questions, the topic, whatever it is that's on your mind. And if you want to be on the show, you can do
Yes.
the same thing. Or if you know of somebody that you think would benefit from being on the show, we would love to hear why.
Mhm.
We're here for you.
Yes, and then the last week of every month, we're going to have musicians and artists. So if
Yes.
you are a musician or a visual artist, please submit something so that way we'll be able to have you on the show too. We have some really great people coming, but you can send us, some of your music, some of your art, and yeah, we'll be able to respond.
And also book a consultation with us. If you have any interest in financial education, if you need help with marketing or even with a website, if you don't have one and you're to a point where you feel like you need to, all you have to do is go to shopblackenterprise.com and click on business planning, and you'll see the link to get in touch with us.
Yes.
There's Kai Consulting or Kai Management, or you can get a bundle package with the both of our companies at a Kai Consulting.
Yes.
So, yeah, and so the next week, or actually before we get into next week,
Before we get into next week. So
your class.
We have classes every other Wednesday. So if you have a small business and you are using your own money right now to fund your business and you want to learn how to use other people's money, definitely attend this class. It's free. You're going to text 352-432-8164, 352-432-8164 credits. Text credit. I'm going to send you a free 4-step business credit guide, and then I'm going to put you into our class. It's going to be November 16th. And you'll get all the information for that. And so that way you can get educated on business credit. I highly recommend. It's free, you guys. So please join. So that way you can start using other people's money. I'm going to be able to show you how you can at least get your first $50,000, get your business off the ground. So definitely do that.
That's right. And for our next show, for next week, we have an amazing couple, Antoine and Christina Wilkinson.
Oh, and I love them so much.
Yeah, they'll be representing their clothing brand called Unloved Clothing.
I can't wait to see how did you even come up with Unloved Clothing?
That part.
I need to know.
I'm really interested in hearing the backstory to how they did that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
they were so kind when we talked to them.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on with them for next week. And the following week, we have an artist that's going to be coming up. And he's going to be talking about his visual art. Can't wait for him to show up too.
Oh, Warren Harvey. Yes.
That's right.
That's going to be a good one. I'm super excited about that. And
but
we have Yosef also coming on with him, to be able to play his guitar, be able to talk about his wood, different stuff that he provides. So that's going to be pretty cool too.
Live music, y'all. Live music.
And maybe
a little better than that.
We made it for our first show, Noni.
We did. We hope that you guys enjoyed it. As we had some fun. We had a blast. And again, if you guys want to reach out, listen, take the tips that are given here, you guys. This is a really great opportunity to build your business. And if you were listening today and you thought that someone could use the information, you can go to our YouTube channel. at Ahaya. Let's Talk Business with Ahava and Noni. And you can also go to shopblackenterprise.com and click on that business planning tab. We are also on IG under Ahaya Kai, and it is spelled AHIYAHKAI. Super simple. We can't wait to be with you guys next week. We'll be back again every Thursday, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, PM.
All up in your business.
All up in your business. And let's have some outro music with our good friend. 13 love to you, to Ravael. We appreciate it. And yeah, this is Noni and Ahava signing off.
Signing off.
13 love.
13 love.